welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are, still in the Jabral village after we finished the feat of Repast. And now, what now? I don't know. Seeing as we now face the penultimate objective of the rite, it would be wise to travel to Mamuk and undertake the feat of a Brotherhood without delay. Yes, but impossible. The Teen-back traverse which connects the upper forest to the Ja T'iika Heartlands is still impassable. Is there no other route? I'm afraid not. Work to clear the path is underway, though, so I'm hopeful we can resume our journey soon. But let us each use this time as we see fit. I for one would like to explore the village's surrounds, if Arendelle would oblige me with a tour. Very well. I have no other engagements. But I will come with you, if only to prove that I am capable of keeping my footing. Though I shouldn't rejoice in our delay, it does afford me an opportunity to look into my grandfather's purported visit to the Actel. Oh, that's right. Mablu did say something about a foreign mage coming through here decades back, didn't she? I'll come with you. Want to join us, Desiree? Sure, why not? Let us reconvene here after our respective diversions. As I recall, the merchant met my grandfather at a market in Yaktel some 20 years ago. Any who might reliably remember him must therefore be at least middle-aged. Let us make inquiries where we can. This fellow looks promising. Definitely older than I am. I hope someone in Igbrash knows something. A foreign mage 20 years ago. Yes, I remember him. It's not often we get visitors from across the salt, let alone those traveling with infants. A baby girl, as I recall. I only saw him in passing, mind. If anyone were to know more, I bet it would be Humuruk. He was already Jabral Rash Van. A baby girl? It couldn't have been... Thank you, sir, but information is very helpful. And go back. So, Humuruk has been Jabral Rash for over 20 years. That's before I was even born. This may be the very late I was hoping for. Hello again. Do you require assistance? A foreign mage passed through Ishbras roughly 20 years ago, possibly carrying a young child. Do you remember him? Why do you ask me this? Who is this man to you? He may have been my grandfather, and I wish to know what brought him here. Your grandfather? Not by blood, but he is family nonetheless. A foreign mage did indeed visit Igbrash, Master Galuf. As far as his identity is concerned, I trust you are satisfied. More than that, however, I cannot say. Why not? I simply cannot. I beg your forgiveness and understanding. Very well, I will not press. Thank you for confirming his presence here. The rest I will discover myself. Out of more general curiosity, I have another question. They say the Yokyu once dwelt in these forests. Where was that exactly? General curiosity indeed. But yes, before they withdrew to Okupasha some 5 centuries ago, the Yokyu claimed Yaktail as their own. Many of the architectural remains can be found in the lower forest, the Ja T'iika Heartlands. And that's where they must have had their visions. Thank you. That answers much and more. I understand what it means to long for one's family, so believe me when I say that, though my position forbids me from aiding you further, I wish you nothing but success. By helping the Third Promise find the Golden City, you will surely find the answers to your questions. Speaking of which, I have a query of my own for you, Desiree. May I request a moment of your company? Go on, we'll wait for you. Go on and see what Mumuruk needs. So in order to get my answers, I need to find the Golden City. Well, that was my intent from the first. I'll do everything in my power to make it happen. Thank you for obliging me. First, let us head to the cenote behind this village. It was my intention to see you off without saying anything, but Mistress Krile's plea has softened my resolve. As the leader of our community, I'm glad to see that the Third Promise has surrounded herself with such compassionate and trustworthy companions. Would you tell me more of her journey thus far? He is one of her relatives? Is that so? It seems the rite has been a source of great learning and growth for Lamat. Does well to hear that. How so? My daughter would be about her age. Girls are rarely born amongst the Jabral. So when she arrived, the village was elated. Such joy I felt when I first held her. And pain when I found her at the bottom of the note. 3 years old. An accident, it was said. But I knew better. She had been pushed. But we never caught them. A suspicious figure has been seen fleeing towards the Ja T'iika Heartlands, towards Mamuk. Once bitter enemies, Mamuja and Jabral have learned to live in peace. But who could doubt the intent of such a reprehensible act? By targeting a child who would one day lead her people, the criminals sought to undermine the future of Jabral. I was determined not to let them succeed, and so I let the memory of my daughter die in that note, and gave her into the care of the one person I knew who could protect her. Dawn's servant Gulul Jaja. She was born to lead the Jabral. Fate had a greater plan for Lamat. Only the Dawn servant I know the truth. But I must now take you into my confidence for one reason. If the villain who attempted to murder my daughter was indeed of Mamuk, then rancor towards the Jabral still burns. I was caught off guard once. I will not suffer the same tragedy again. And so I ask you, not as a Dawn Servant's elector, but as a father to watch over the Third Promise, defend her from her enemies that may be lurking in the shadow. Will you do this for me? Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. Will hear my question, answer me plainly. Address me not as the ruler of Toliola, but a concerned father. Suffice it to say, this conversation must remain between us, for I breathe not a word of this to anyone. Okay, I was looking if we could find the Mahoja we just saw in the cutscene. Anyway, 8 weeks of trouble. Taking a stand. Recalling the past has rendered me emotional. I require a moment to compose myself, but please, do not keep a thought promise waiting. Oh. Solo duty. Finished speaking with Humuruk, have you? Several cutscenes we play in sequence. You're back. So what did Humuruk want? It's a secret. It's alright, you don't have to say. More importantly, the team-backed traverse still isn't clear yet. Something about even more rocks. Then I think I'll take the opportunity to rest. But cooking and preparing for it has worn me out. A nap does sound tempting. A moment, promise. You're one of Bakool's Jajas. What do you want? I've come to fetch you. You're welcome to refuse, but now it would be most unwise. And why is that? I'm sure your salted friend has an idea. What do you think? And they say house cats don't come when called. Follow me, promise.
What is the meaning of this? And just how far do you plan on taking us? Oh, Morok! Bakool Jaja, you snake! If you want my keystone so badly, you deal with me and me alone. Leave the Elector out of this.
Is that all you think he is? Foolish kitty! This man is the reason we are here! Take a good look at him! Go on, look! Surely you recognize your real father!
Don't believe us? Then ask your trusted sellsworth. She heard it straight from the old man's mouth.
Is it true? Is Humuruk my... Your silence says it all.
Now that you understand the situation, let's see those keystones. I'll even let you fight for them. Just you and me. If that adventurer attempts to interfere, I'll kill the old man myself!
You despicable, heartless fiend! Kinsman or no, I won't stand for you taking hostages! Come on then! You wanna fight? I'll give you a fight!
And they probably fight as Lamat.
Oh, such heroic caterwauling promise. I'm shaking. Guard our hostage well. We wouldn't want to attempt any thoughts of rescue. By the by, house cat, they've been instructed to put down Papa Dearest when you lose. Hopefully he settled his affairs.
Don't worry. I'm not losing to the likes of him.
Right.
Well, what are you waiting for, you blessed bastards? It's 2 against 1. Don't tell me you're scared.
I know I didn't hear you right.
Don't worry, the scary adventure won't try anything funny.
Foreign scum! Who are you to mock me? I'll kill you, kill you, kill you all! Don't look away, son. I want you to watch as I tear your beloved promise to shreds!
Hey, eyes on me. The house cat, remember? I'll say it again. I'm not losing to the likes of you. I'm going to become Dawn's servant, and I will protect my people!
In this battle, you will play as Lamat. Through skillful combat, Lamat will gain the resolve she needs to unleash powerful limit breaks. Not only do these attacks deal great damage, they will recover HP. Use them early and often to emerge victorious.
mangy house cat, so I can rip you to pieces. I'll cut you to shreds! Try this! My magic should be more than enough for Miss Mittens. I'll make you eat dirt!
No more tricks, Bakool Ja. We're settling this here and now.
Still playing the part of the brave warrior? Miss Mittens is no longer amusing me, brother.
This rite has taught me so much. About my nation, my people, and myself.
What? Can't keep up. Try this. Try this.
How do you like this? Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
I finally understand what it means to live in peace. To greet each day in safety and happiness.
Irritating pest! It's time we finished her, brother. You're mine! This is the end for you, kitten! Know your place!
Not enough to claim the title of Dawn's servant. I must carry on Papa's legacy, his love for our people.
Flea-ridden upstart! Why won't you die? Fine! I'll show you the true power of the Blessed!
I will be the next dawn servant, and I'll protect my people's happiness to the last! That's right, there's no way I'll ever lose to the light of you!
What? But that was everything I had! I can't stand it anymore! Attack! This is our fight! Stay out of it! You bring shame upon us. You think we care about your stupid pride? This is for Mamuk! We cannot lose!
Oh-ho! The great Bakool Ja needs help, I see. Send your whole army. You still won't win. I will prove that my allies are right to believe in me. Try this.
Such confidence! What changed? She wasn't like this before!
You're mine.
Ooh. Okay, that was quite cool.
I reclaim what you stole.
No. How can this be?
How could that puny house cat beat all of us?
You've caused nothing but trouble with your dirty tricks. Threatening the Hanu, releasing Valyarmanda, harassing me is one thing, but you've endangered too many innocents. No more, Bakool Ja. I will not stand for it. If you even think of tormenting my people again, you will answer to me.
No. No.
And he goes and forgets he had the way blocked.
What? That was his doing?
The only part left in the saga is the Lay of the Brotherhood in Mamuk. The plan was to force you here so we could take the rest of your keystones.
So that's what he was up to. But, should you be telling us this?
What does it matter? You've beaten us. It's over. We'll release the hostage. I'm sorry. I was careless.
Are you alright? So what Bakool Ja said about you and me.
But to single-handedly defeat Bakool Ja, you truly are the Dawn Servant's daughter. It has been my honor to bear witness to your journey. Promise.
Promise. Yes. That's what I am. I'm Gulul Jaja's daughter, and Tulihyolal's next Dawn servant. Come on. Let's rejoin the others.
She's really growing into herself. Did something happen while we were away? There's a certain satisfied air about you. Emerald's tour was both educational and exciting. I hope we can persuade him to conduct another in the lower forests. For as vivid as our promise looks, she's positively glowing with confidence. What in the world happened? The twins ran me from one end of Ut-Omu horizon to the other, asking about everything of remote interest along the way. Seems we were last to return. I'm glad everyone made it back safely. Thank you for having faith in me. Keeping out of a fight, even when it got dirty, couldn't have been easy for you. But Bakool Ja won't be the last person to threaten those I care about. I wanted to prove to myself that I can stand up to such villains, even when I stand alone. Which isn't to say I won't ask for help when I need it, of course. I know better than that now. Earlier in the second Promises camp.
The passage to Mamuk remains blocked. For now, all we can do is try to rest and recover. Perhaps with a meal, as my sister would no doubt suggest. Shall we borrow the kitchens and prepare some Shibruk Pibil?
So thou hast taken a liking to the dish. As we learn to appreciate the unfamiliar, 'tis only natural that we develop new affinities. There is no shame in this.
But there is in ignorance. I had barely considered what the people of Tulihyollal hold dear. What hopes they harbor for the future. Our nation is built upon the bonds that Father forged during his journey across Tural. But so single-minded have I been in my advocacy of foreign innovations that I failed to understand my own people. Could someone who struggles to connect with the populace ever make a worthy Dawn servant?
To understand and connect with people is by no means easy. But there is something you can do to pave the way. Let them see you for who you really are. What makes you laugh and cry and rage.
That sort of honesty is the first step towards mutual understanding and connection.
Understanding begets fellowship, as my father said. And yet, what you suggest does not come naturally to me.
I, too, have found it difficult to speak from the heart. In thy struggles, I see mine own, painful in their familiarity. Yet frightening though it may feel, if we are to move forward, we must indeed take that first step. Dispense with pretense, and simply be.
I'm so quiet, but I really enjoy these scenes just now. Just smiling along.
Do you remember when you first approached us, and we asked you why you wanted to become Dawn Servant? You said you wished to use the knowledge you acquired in Sharlayan for your country, and in doing so repay your father for the opportunities he afforded you. What won me over was not your ambition, but your motivation. So let your people know this, and in time, they'll come to support you as we do. You can't hide behind that stoicism forever.
Very well then. I will make a greater effort to be myself. By not being my usual self so much.
Did something happen where we were? Into the traverse. So what's the state of a teen-bag traverse? Still being cleared, I'd assume. Unruk said he would notify us as soon as work was done. Then perhaps now would be a good time to consider how we might reclaim Lamat's stolen keystone. The next feat will be our last after all. Oh, I already got it back. What? When? Not to mention how. This is Bakool Jaja we're talking about. Single combat. So I taught him a lesson and took my keystone back. You bested Bakool Jaja in single combat? Bravo! What can I say? I've had good friends to encourage and cheer me on. There you are. Our excavators have contacted me with news of their success. The team-back traverse is now safe for travel. And we finally can make for Mamuk. Come to think of it, isn't it Bakool Jaja's home? We can only hope its residents don't share his winning personality. If it is indeed the city where Kate and Ram first met the Dawn Servant, surely some civility awaits us. I would not be so certain. It is true that the Dawn Servant received Kate and Ram and Mamuk and was instrumental in the establishment of friendly relations between Jabral and Mamul Jah. But since that time, most of the Mamul Jah who supported his peace have left their city in favor of abiding in the capital. What remains is a cloister of Mamuk, and while these traditionalists do not take up arms against us, neither do they bear great love for outsiders. Whatever they like, the people of Mamuk are also of Tuliolal. If I'm to be Dawn Servant, it's my job to know them first of all. Well, I'll be on my way then. I'm glad I could learn about where I came from. I need so much Jibril besides. Thank you for everything, Unmuruk. Till next time, take care. First we make our way across the Shobati cinder field due southeast. Now I wouldn't be surprised if a new dungeon appears very soon, because it would be time for one by now, I think. Oh, you have grown indeed. I wonder if the first and second promise have already arrived in Mamuk. After seeing that battlefield, I find it miraculous that the Dawn Servant was able to negotiate a peace. If Bakool ran in this direction after losing to Lamat, then he undoubtedly was returning to Mamuk. I filled my bag with Jabur Peel before we left, but I'm down to my last serving already. Glutton. The traverse will bring us straight into the Ja T'iika Heartlands. Remember how you insisted this was green? Now it starts getting blue? This path is quite steep, isn't it? Let us take our time and descend safely. I trust my chocobo. I spoke with one of the excavators on my way down. Apparently Bakool cleared away one fallen tree remaining by barreling through it. That Lamat single-handedly defeated someone possessed of such physical might is not short of remarkable. Still, we ought to proceed with caution. There's no telling what his wounded pride might compel him to attempt. Evanville said that this traverse was stuck to facilitate incursion into the forest above. Intentions notwithstanding, you have to admire the dedication. So this was basically a siege tunnel. Just look at this thing. What a vibrant glow. Alluring, isn't it? In more ways than one. Take my paring stone and hold it close to the glowing rock. As you hold the paring stone in the soft glow, it affixes itself to the boulder with surprising force. Paring stones are natural magnets, and that's a meteorite filled with iron. One of many remnants of an ancient meteor shower. The heterogeneous aether they emit causes the surrounding flora to grow unique hues, as you can see. So these glowing boulders came plummeting down from the heavens? Fate'll be merciful. There you are. Blue? It's all blue? A far cry from the upper forests, indeed. The place is already so fascinating. I mean, you get to hear what the people from Mook can tell us about it. Keep running, we're almost there. Not quite dungeon time. Okay. I can live with that. I wonder what the final feat will be. Rather more quiet than I expected. And here we finally are. Now to find the Elector. Not to see whether or not Umuruk's fears were well founded. As this is also my first time visiting Mamuk, I have no experience interacting with the locals. But given Umuruk's parting words, I advise a cautionary approach. But I think I end the episode here and we continue this next time. And then I'm Mace and don't get lost.